If we clear out the lines, the most spellbinding star I recognize is the star that could be shocking in our sky. It is this one, bug press or scarab squash. It's a red beast star, and on the far-off likelihood that you put it where the sun is, it would reach out to the orbit of Jupiter. It's colossal, totally eccentric, and going to explode. It's not as clear as it seems in the universe. These giant events, like the most feared gigantic starbursts, could shake everything we see. Also, do not underestimate its core. Betelgeuse has been seen as a sign, a red supergiant star that is much larger than our sun. Brian Cox and other space specialists believe it could go supernova. Exactly when, however, remains uncertain. Many are frightened by what might occur, especially since the James Webb Space Telescope is taking stunning photographs of the star. When exactly will Betelgeuse become a supernova, and what titanic impact will it have on Earth? Let's find out. Betelgeuse is a star in the constellation Orion that shines so brightly even people from ancient times noticed it. The magnificent star Scarab Juice is located on the eastern shoulder of the constellation Orion and is the second largest star there. Its name comes from this component, the monster shoulder. It is one of the brightest stars in the night sky. On top of being bright, the star is also an unusual shade of red, which suggests trouble. We've known about Betelgeuse for a long time. A Greek inspector named TMY studied it. Around that time, the first thing people noticed about stars was their color. TMY described it as an orange star. Scientists have been studying Betelgeuse more closely in recent years. They now have a good understanding of why it's so brilliantly bright. One characteristic is its variable brightness. With a magnitude of 0.6, Betelgeuse is a variable star, meaning its brightness changes over time. In 2019, scientists noticed Betelgeuse behaving strangely. Though it didn't completely stop shining, it became significantly dimmer at around magnitude 1.6. Researchers quickly began investigating this 10th brightest star's unpredictable behavior. Based on their findings, Betelgeuse could go supernova at any moment. Brian Cox, a renowned scientist and professor of particle physics at the University of Manchester, emphasizes this. As a respected science communicator, his insights carry weight. The James Webb Space Telescope has provided significant evidence to support this hypothesis. But what unusual signs from Betelgeuse have caused such concern in astronomy? Despite new information labeling Betelgeuse as a supernova candidate, scientists are still unsure when it will explode. Its mass, twice that of the Sun, classifies it as a supernova candidate. Researchers have used tools like the James Webb Space Telescope and the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, LIGO, to study Betelgeuse. They detected curious light waves and other strange signals from the star. Betelgeuse dims and brightens in cycles, but its recent behavior is unprecedented. The Great Dimming event in 2019 to 2020 saw it reach its lowest recorded brightness. This anomaly made many believe it would go supernova soon. Yet, Betelgeuse brightened again, becoming even more luminous, 150% of its usual brightness. This resurgence has left astronomers puzzled. Betelgeuse's red glow signifies it is a red supergiant, an advanced stage in a star's life. Its surface temperature of 3,500 Kelvin is much cooler than the Sun's 5,500 Kelvin. Though cooler, Betelgeuse emits immense energy due to its size. Does the Great Dimming mean Betelgeuse will soon go supernova? Brian Cox suggests its status as a red supergiant indicates it's nearing the end of its life. Dying stars often dim over time, but Betelgeuse's recent behavior has intensified scrutiny. Cutting-edge instruments, including the James Webb Space Telescope, are monitoring these changes closely. Recent images show the Great Dimming was caused by a massive ejection of material, 400 billion times greater than a typical solar flare. Observations reveal dust clouds forming on Betelgeuse's surface. Despite these dramatic changes, scientists remain uncertain about the exact timeline for a supernova. If Betelgeuse explodes, It would be the first supernova observed by humans since Johannes Kepler documented one in 1604. However, scientists are cautious. They believe it might not happen soon, even as they continue gathering data. Betelgeuse, also known as scarab squash, stretches our understanding of stellar life cycles. While the prospect of its explosion looms, researchers are still piecing together the puzzle using advanced tools like the James Webb and Hubble Space Telescopes. The universe, with its complex cosmic systems, holds more surprises than we can predict. As researchers delve deeper into Betelgeuse's behavior, the broader implications for astrophysics grow increasingly fascinating. Understanding the life cycle of massive stars like Betelgeuse helps scientists predict and prepare for such cosmic events. When a star of this magnitude goes supernova, it releases an enormous amount of energy, creating shock waves that can impact nearby space environments. However, since Betelgeuse is approximately 640 light-years away from Earth, the explosion would pose no direct threat to our planet. Instead, it would present a rare and extraordinary opportunity to study a supernova in real time. What would a Betelgeuse supernova look like from Earth? If Betelgeuse explodes, it would be one of the brightest events visible in the night sky. For a few weeks or even months, it could shine as bright as the full moon, and it would be visible during the day. The supernova would also emit significant amounts of ultraviolet and X-ray radiation, which could be detected by specialized telescopes, providing invaluable data about the final moments of a star's life. Impact on Earth and scientific significance. Though visually spectacular, Betelgeuse's explosion would not endanger life on Earth due to its distance. The primary impacts would be scientific and cultural. Modern telescopes and observatories, including space-based platforms like the James Webb Space Telescope and ground-based arrays, would capture detailed data. This information could refine models of stellar evolution and supernova mechanics. Scientists could better understand the processes that create and distribute heavy elements, like carbon, oxygen, and iron, that are essential to life as we know it. Challenges in predicting supernovae. One of the main challenges in predicting when Betelgeuse will explode is the complexity of stellar behavior. Even with advanced tools, determining the exact timeline for a supernova remains uncertain. Stars undergo complex internal processes, and surface observations may not always reflect what's happening deep inside. For instance, Betelgeuse's recent dimming could have resulted from a massive surface eruption rather than imminent core collapse. This unpredictability is why astronomers remain cautious about making definitive predictions. Cultural and historical context. Betelgeuse has held a place in human imagination for millennia. Ancient civilizations, from the Greeks to the Egyptians, tracked its movements and noted its red hue. In modern times, its potential explosion has inspired countless works of science fiction and popular media. The cultural fascination with Betelgeuse underscores humanity's enduring curiosity about the cosmos and our place within it. Looking ahead, as technology advances, our ability to monitor stars like Betelgeuse will only improve. Upcoming missions and next-generation telescopes promise even more detailed insights. For now, astronomers continue to watch Betelgeuse closely, ready to capture every flicker and flare. The star's behavior reminds us of the dynamic, ever-changing nature of the universe and the extraordinary events that shape it. In conclusion, while Betelgeuse's explosion is inevitable, its exact timing remains a mystery. What is certain, however, is that when it does happen, it will mark one of the most significant astronomical events of our time. Until then, the scientific community remains on high alert, eagerly anticipating the moment when this red supergiant will finally light up the sky in a spectacular farewell.